control would be handed over to the unrecognized administration in the east. Libya has been racked by conflict since the 2011 ouster and killing of longtime dictator Muammar Gaddafi in a NATO-backed uprising, with rival governments and militias competing for authority and oil wealth. Haftar's self-styled Libyan National Army said Monday it had regained full control of Libya's oil crescent days after it retook the Ras Lanuf and Al-Sidra terminals from a rival militia in nearly 2 weeks of deadly clashes. The GNA said the transfer of oil revenues to the unrecognized administration in the east, backed by Haftar, undermines all international and national efforts in recent years towards a return to stability.
نحن أكدنا لكل الأطراف الدولية أن القناة الوحيدة والشرعية هي المؤسسة الوطنية للنفط طرابلس، وكذلك هناك قرارات من مجلس الأمن تحظر التعامل مع أي جهة أخرى غير هذه المؤسسة. أما فيما يخص من يسيطر عسكريا على موقع عسكري ما، فحكومة الوفاق من اليوم الأول من بدأ في العمل لم تكن طرفا عسكريا ضد أي طرف ليبي. نحن نبحث على وفاق وتوافق يخرج الليبيين من حالة عدم الاستقرار. بالنسبة إلى ما حصل في الهلال النفطي، نحن أدنا من اليوم الأول الهجوم اللي قامت به مجموعة خارجة عن القانون، وكان واضحا المجلس الرئاسي في إدانته لهذا الهجوم. هذه أموال الليبيين، وهذه المنطقة هي منطقة ذات خصوصية خاصة، ويجب المحافظة على أموال الليبيين.
Earlier on Tuesday, the Tripoli-based National Oil Company said any attempt by the rival administration to independently export oil would be stopped. NOC Chief Mustafa Sanala said exports by parallel institutions are illegal and will fail as they have failed in the past. The eastern-based authorities made a similar attempt to bypass the Tripoli government in April 2016, but their planned sale of 300,000 barrels per day of crude was stopped by the UN Security Council. President Donald Trump on Tuesday hailed the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to uphold his ban on travelers from 5 mostly Muslim countries as a tremendous victory for the American people over hysterical opposition from Democrats and the media.
Today's Supreme Court ruling just coming out, a tremendous success, a tremendous victory for the American people and for our Constitution. This is a great victory for our Constitution. We have to be tough, and we have to be safe, and we have to be secure. The ruling shows that all of the attacks from the media and the Democrat politicians are wrong, and they turned out to be very wrong. And what we're looking for as Republicans, I can tell you, is strong borders, no crime. What the Democrats are looking at is open borders, which will bring tremendous crime. It'll bring MS-13 and lots of others that we don't want to have in our country.
During a press conference in Rome, French President Emmanuel Macron talks about his meeting with Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte and comments on the migration challenge Europe is facing.
Le choix retenu, c'était donc un échange en effet privé, c'est pour ça qu'il n'était pas inscrit à l'agenda, mais il s'est bien tenu. Et nous avons, après notre discussion de dimanche et avant de nous retrouver jeudi, pu échanger sur les différents sujets d'actualité et les conclusions du Conseil à venir, qu'il s'agisse d'ailleurs des sujets migratoires ou de la zone euro. Si nous regardons la réalité des choses, on ne peut pas parler aujourd'hui d'une crise migratoire. C'est une crise politique de l'Europe sur les migrations. Mais nous avons, dans la durée, un vrai problème de migration qui s'est installé, mais le pic de cette crise était pour l'Italie il y a 1 an au pire moment de Mare Nostrum, ou pour l'Europe en 2015, si nous regardons les chiffres libyens. Et donc nous avons aussi décidé de renforcer notre coopération avec la Libye et les gardes-côtes pour éviter que les passeurs ne continuent à les mettre sur ces embarcations de fortune et à leur faire courir tous les risques. Et la capacité à fermer cette route est la réponse la plus efficace à cette situation, mais aussi la plus humaine. Nous sommes prêts à envoyer, nous, les équipes, pour instruire la demande d'asile sur le sol libyen.
Up next, protesters are angry after the United States Supreme Court upholds travel ban. Pence says to migrants, if you can't come legally, don't come at all. Eagle News Washington, D.C. will return in a moment.
The machine is back at it. Guns N' Roses, not in this lifetime tour. Welcome to the jungle. The rock spectacle.
And I'm reporting here from Gainesville, Florida. Behind me is the Florida Museum of Natural History, home to a butterfly rainforest featuring hundreds of butterflies from across the world. Do you know another place that has sites from across the world? Well, check out Digital Nest on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. And I am one with 25.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave some love by giving it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe here at ABC Digital Nest so you don't miss any of our upcoming features.
Agila Balita, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 7:30 hanggang alas 8 ng umaga. Eagle News Teams are fair.
Sa impeachment complaint laban kay Supreme Court Chief Justice Maria Lourdes Sereno, ang ilang
Ang
maestra
rekomendasyon na makasuhan ang mga sangkot kasama na ang mga opisyal ng customs.
Hardworking.
Papaunlad ng isang bata na magiging isang future youth leaders.
Dedicated.
Sa nasawi ay dito natagpuan yung bangkay.
Yung kanilang paraan ng pag-aalaga ng mga may sakit na leprosy noong unang panahon.
Committed to public service.
Ang chairmanship ng ASEAN sa bansang Singapore.
Marami yung mga biktima ng mga nawawala.
Mambahan ng Bureau of Customs na nasa merkado na yung mga pinaging produkto.
Sa kapila ng mga kilos protesta na nanatiling
dahil sa mabilis na pagresponde ng mga pamatay sunog, ang apoy mabilis na
karoon ng equal opportunity ang ibang mga kababaihan.
ng mga kabataan at ipinakita sa pamagitan ng kanilang mga likha.
Nanatiling kulang pa rin ang tubig para sa irigasyon, para sa pagtatanim ng ating mga kababayang magsasaka.
As we live in interesting times.
Welcome back. You are watching Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Protesters are gathering in front of the U.S. Supreme Court after it upheld President Donald Trump's controversial travel ban. 5 of the jurors validated the most recent version of the ban, which the Trump administration claims is driven by national security. Protesters say Trump's ban was based on a religious animus.
No matter what the Supreme Court has decided, the American people have decided that we will stick together and that we are going to work very hard to try to overcome this policy.
The one disappointing fact that the court didn't take into consideration what the president said during the presidential campaign, which was openly discriminatory, and there was definitely a religious animus.
The U.S. Supreme Court on Tuesday upheld Donald Trump's controversial travel ban, restricting entry to people from 5 Muslim-majority countries, delivering the president a major victory in a tortuous legal battle. The win follows 2 embarrassing climb-downs for the administration's zero-tolerance policy on migrants crossing the Mexico border, and with Trump under mounting pressure to legislate a solution to the immigration crisis, one of the most polarizing debates in U.S. politics. Conservative jurists prevailed over liberals in Tuesday's majority opinion from America's highest court. The 5-4 ruling validated the most recent version of the ban, which the Trump administration claims is driven by national security. Trump pounced on the decision as a victory for his authority to defend national security. Wow, he tweeted just minutes after the ruling.
What we're looking for as Republicans, I can tell you, is strong borders, no crime. What the Democrats are looking at is open borders, which will bring tremendous crime. It'll bring MS-13 and lots of others that we don't want to have in our country.
In a statement, Trump called the ruling, quote, a moment of profound vindication following months of hysterical commentary from the media and Democratic politicians who refuse to do what it takes to secure our border and our country. The decision relates to Trump's third travel ban, which applies to travelers from North Korea and 5 mainly Muslim nations, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Syria, and Yemen, or about 150 million people. A week into his presidency, Trump enacted a campaign promise and announced a 90-day ban on travelers from Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. U.S. Vice President Mike Pence sends a message straight from his heart to the people of Central America.
To the people of Central America, I have a message for you, straight from my heart, and straight from the heart of the American people. You are our neighbors. We want you and your nations to prosper and thrive across Central America. Don't risk your lives or the lives of your children by trying to come to the United States on a road run by drug smugglers and human traffickers. If you can't come legally, don't come at all.
Alberta declares June as Philippine Heritage Month, recognizing the contribution of Filipino Canadians to the province. That's next. Eagle News Washington, D.C. will return shortly.
Samahan niyo kaming muling pasyalan ang isa sa pinakadinarayong rehiyon dito sa Pilipinas, ang Bicol Region. Sama-sama nating alamin ang mga natatago nitong likas na yaman at puntahan ang mga natatanging isla ng rehiyong ito. Ngayong darating na linggo na yan, alas 6 ng gabi dito sa Net 25.
Agila Balita, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 7:30 hanggang alas 8 ng umaga.
Matindi pa rin ang problema ng bansa sa basura. Madalas, pagtapunan nito ay ang mga gilid ng kalsada at daluyan ng tubig o mga creek at mga ilog.
Sa tuwing dumarating ang malalakas na pag-ulan o may bagyo, ang resulta, dagat ng basura. Hindi kinakatakutang puntahan para makakuha ng mga bagay na pwedeng pakinabangan o ibenta.
Batay sa mga pag-aaral, 52% ng mga basura ay tinatawag na organic waste o nabubulok. Kaya maaari itong gawing feeds o pataba na mahalaga sa mga halaman.
Ang mga hindi naman nabubulok pwedeng i-recycle. Dito pumapasok ang 3 letrang R sa waste management, ang reduce, reuse at recycle.
Sa tamang pagsinop ng basura, maraming magagandang produkto ang maaring magawa at pwedeng pagkakitaan. Gaya na lamang ng dekorasyon o gamit sa bahay, opisina at paaralan.
Kaya mahalagang magkaroon ng disiplina sa pagtatapon ng basura. Bukod sa malulutas ang polusyon, kay gandang pagmasdan ang malinis na kapaligiran.
Sa pagiging malikhain, makakatipid ka at pwedeng magkaroon ng dagdag na kita sa mga bagay na dapat sanay itatapon na. Ako si Mylene Mariano Rivera.
At ako naman po si Erwin Temperante.
Kaisa kami at ang programang Agila Balita sa umaga sa pagtataguyod ng waste management sa bansa.
This is Eagle News, Washington, D.C. I'm Anna Kui. June is Philippine Heritage Month in Alberta, recognizing the contribution of Filipino Canadians in the province. EBC's Thomas Likeness reports.
The Canadian province of Alberta has declared every June Philippine Heritage Month. The proclamation recognizes the contribution of Philippine Canadians to the social, economic, and cultural mosaic of Alberta. Bert Asuke, the Consul General in Calgary, says this recognition is the result of 2 years of efforts by Philippine community leaders. Asuke told an Edmonton audience it presents a challenge to the Philippine community.
We have to find ways by which we can show to the Albertans and to entire Canada that the Filipino Canadians is part of the life and the development and the progress of this country. So that's also a message that we can send back to our motherland, the Philippines, to show that we contribute here as to the adopted country as well as to the country where we all came from, where all Filipino Canadians came from. So this is a rallying call for all Filipinos.
Asuke says he wants next year's celebration to be bigger and better.
So Filipino Canadians in Alberta, we all face a challenge of how to make next year's Philippine Heritage Month a meaningful and first historic celebration. So we rely on the media, like Eagle Broadcasting, to see how we can galvanize all the Filipinos to make a 1 month activity that will really showcase the contribution of the Filipino Canadians to the life of Albertans and to the economy itself.
Asuke was in Edmonton to attend a post-anniversary celebration of the 120th year of Philippine independence. In Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, Thomas I. Likeness, Eagle News. I'm 1 with 25.
Thanks, Thomas. That is today's Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Join us tomorrow for stories that matter to you. Visit our websites at eaglenews.ph and eaglenewslive.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/eaglenewsph. Thank you for watching. I'm Anna Cui, and I am 1 with 25.